We're modding a 3DS today. Check it out. We got this lovely
Yeah.
3DS that Architect sent over.
This
By
is
the way,
actually
do you
my
prefer if I
childhood
call you
3DS.
AE or Architect? I always default to people's full names.
Well, first of all, it's Archivist.
Ah! Nah, I blame being sick. Not Architect. Ugh.
I don't particularly mind whether I'm referred to as Archivist or AE or whatnot. All good. This is though my childhood 3DS. This is a 3DS that I acquired probably when did the 3DS release?
I want to say around
Like
2002, 2003. Where's my phone? Oh, I can't look things up without my phone.
Not 3DS. You're thinking DS, not 3DS. 3DS release was 2011 in Japan. I probably got this in like 2012, 2013.
I really need to get my own 3DS. I really love the 3D effect. I know that it's controversial. People don't like it. I like it. I think it's neato.
I think it's one of those things that's just it's janky, and jankiness has charm.
Right? It's like I'm really looking. So I've got a friend who lives in Japan, who comes in and streams every once in a while. But I've got them on the hunt for a cheap, used Virtual Boy. Like, you know, if they're ever like out in the country or somewhere, you know, in like the thrift stores that are in like Tokyo and stuff are like super expensive. They've kind of caught on to the even places like Syndico. The prices have gone way up because they realized Americans were buying them, and so all the prices went sky high. But I still see videos every once in a while where someone's out somewhere away from Tokyo, and they're like, oh look, I went into this game store and there's a pile of original Game Boys for $5 each. And I'm like, just throw them all in a bag. I'll take them all.
Real. That would be a dream right there. That would be a dream right there.
Yeah. So hopefully I can get out to Japan here in the next couple of years. I am planning to not, let's see, in 4 years minimum, I am going to Japan to climb Mount Fuji. That's like in stone. That's happening. But I want to go sooner because I've always wanted to go to Japan and like check out all the. I want to like maybe do like a couple day weekend trip to like just go to Tokyo and like, you know, do all the touristy stuff, you know.
No, that's
Happy National
cool,
Paperclip Day.
Happy National Paperclip Day, apparently. And hello, like, and hi.
Hello.
No, I'm not big on travel. I don't really enjoy traveling, but Japan would be an interesting place to visit. I do imagine. Were I someone who did enjoy travel, so.
Well, hey, everyone enjoys different things. That's why life is so cool.
True that.
I love traveling.
I'm a critter who likes to stay in my my little contained zone. This is my enclosure, which I have made for myself, which I have defined for myself, and I will not leave it.
Do I have an enclosure I could like stick you in?
You wouldn't. You wouldn't. Chat, I'm being enclosed. Chat, I'm being enclosed.
Oh man, having hands is fun.
It absolutely is. I want to do more hand cam stuff.
Have you seen my hand cams with my like weirdo like trippy background, like see-through arms?
I don't think I have. It's very cool.
Thank you. we lock in the little boy in a toy box. No, he can be free to roam.
I need some freedom, chat. I need some freedom.
So check this out. So the directions for doing this mod. Oh, let me tell chat what we're doing. So this is a cool little a little piece of kit here we're gonna put inside the 3DS to allow it to have video capture output, so that Archivist can play cool things and maybe record them I don't know. What do you
Indeed,
plan on
indeed.
doing with it?
I am going to be using it primarily for streams. The reason why I was like, okay,
Oh,
the
thank you for
first
that,
thing
Bats.
I want to get, you know, the ability to physically stream on original hardware is a 3DS, because that means with the 3DS, very easy to go back and do DS games and 3DS games.
Heck yeah.
It's basically hitting like what were my childhood favorites. I didn't play, you know, I didn't have much access to video games when I was young. What I had was a DS and then later on the 3DS. So this will enable me to play a lot of the things that I grew up on.
Nice. That's awesome.
I
Well, heck
already know
yeah.
what the first thing I'm planning to do when I, you know, have this in my possession again is a friend and I were slowly working our way through the entire Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series on stream, which is my favorite series of games of all time. We were
Oh.
slowly working through the series, and we were midway through Super Mystery Dungeon. Um, so once I have this back, I said to them, hey, the first thing I want to do on my new 3DS is to pick up Super Mystery Dungeon again with you. So that's going to be very, very fun.
Well, I hopefully we can get this turned around for you really quickly.
By
So
the way, do you want to guess how many hours I have in Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon?
227.
No. More.
536.
More.
1,205.
650.
Oh, I way overshot.
650 hours in a 3DS Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game.
That's awesome. That's a you need that, like, you need a badge that says I've got over 600 hours in Pokemon Dungeon, Mystery Dungeon.
Every now and then I pull up the image to jump scare chat.
I wonder if I have anything with over 600 hours. I mean, I used to, but like, okay, so I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike, like a lot of Counter-Strike. But then when it moved to like Counter-Strike 2, it didn't like bring over my play hours for the original Counter-Strike. So I have no idea what my hours are.
Like, okay, my most played game is 100% Minecraft. I have no idea how many hours I played Minecraft.
Oh, jeez, I didn't think about Minecraft. Minecraft doesn't even feel like a game. It feels like a life.
You're right. Minecraft is a lifestyle, chat.
Like I didn't even think about it as a game that I played for hours. But yeah, actually now that I think about it, it's probably Minecraft. Oh, jeez. So check this out. So the instructions to install this were 27 pages printed, and I started printing them, and I ran out of paper, and was like, oh, well, I'll just print on the other side. And so that went kind of well, except the first attempt, I ended up printing over the same thing, so I ended up wasting a bunch of paper.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But also notice that this is like 1 through 27, so it goes to page 8, and then flips, and then we have to count backwards. 9, 10. So it's all out of order and weirdness. Oh, and then I started printing the second batch starting at page 17, and this actually is this will show you what I did. This is the paper I tried the other day. Like, you see how it's double printed over itself? So I tried to salvage this and printed single page 17 through 22, and then I got a new pack of paper and actually printed the last 3 sheets like correctly front and back. So this is gonna be fun. Trying to remember where I am in the instructions.
This is gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful.
Yeah. Luckily, there's only a couple per page. Also, thank you for the posture check. My posture is quite well right now.
We appreciate it. We appreciate the support.
The lumbar support.
All of your little points at Retro over here.
Clocked over 1,000 hours in Breath of the Wild. Whoa. That's insane. Most played game is Terraria. Or is it Terraria or Terraria? Because I think it's like Terraria, like a terrarium, right?
I've always said Terraria.
Aw, thank you for the hydrate. And apparently that's for both of us. Let me grab my water jug.
I'll grab my water in just a moment. But my Steam statistics will forever be marked by my existence as a VTuber because my most played title on Steam is in fact V2 Studio with 2,674 hours.
Oh, that's right. Steam counts that as a game, doesn't it? Oh, wow.
It's counted as software, so it doesn't show up in some statistics, but
Oh,
it
okay.
is my
Okay, cool,
most
cool.
played Steam title.
You still haven't 100%ed Breath of the Wild. What have you been doing for 1,000 hours, Sparky? How is that even possible? All right. Well, the first thing we have to do before we even get to the instructions on how to set this guy up, so we need to get this motherboard out. And I don't have the instructions on how to do that, but we've done this before on chat, or not on chat, on stream. A couple of times we took, because we kept having to take that 3DS apart that we worked on last time.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's
If
just
something goes horribly wrong, I do own a second 3DS, but
okay. Well,
I did send in my childhood one. You can see even like the poor tape placement for when I was trying to do a big like design on it. I tried painting this thing one time, but I had to scrape all the paint off.
oh, that explains why the screws look like they do. I was wondering what happened.
Oh yeah, I tried to do like a custom paint on it, and it just did not work. So I stripped all the paint off.
Oh, y'all want to
So,
see a custom paint
You'll notice
Game Boy Advance?
it's a very beat up DS. Oh hell yeah!
It still looks like it's in good condition. I mean, I've seen a lot of childhood hardware, and this is in good shape. I wouldn't be too hard on yourself.
Oh, it's definitely not in bad shape or anything. It's just like you can tell I was a little bit too much of an ambitious kid with a desire to get crafty. And the thing is, I hated the color purple.
Oh, I'm quite partial to it. But yeah, here is my custom Gundam Game Boy Advance that I put together.
That is so cool, actually.
Thank you. Sorry, I have to cover up the screen because it's so reflective. I don't want to like. I've had to like go and edit VODs because I like accidentally showed my face in the reflection of Game Boys. I really gotta. I started building a. I have a full face mask, like a sock thing that you ever see those people that do like the full like green suit things. I got one of those now, and I pull it over my head when I gotta do like stuff that might have a reflection. It makes soldering really tough because it's hard to see through.
Yeah, I can imagine.
All right, let's see.
As far as what color I was trying to paint at Temper Tide, I was actually doing a design based off Cyndaquil. But the background was supposed to be the metallic gold. I think I put down like I tried to put down a black coat, and then I was gonna add metallic gold and do a bunch of work with it to all center around this this Cyndaquil sticker that I had actually like designed and printed. I had these Cyndaquil stickers that I made that I was that I printed a bunch of to like hand out at conventions and stuff. This one cosplay I did.
RF shields being unintentional mirrors will be my downfall. Heard. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. You're good. But no, I was gonna do like a custom background that was like black background with metallic, kind of like like big spiky bubble on the front, with the metallic gold, and then my Cyndaquil sticker in the center, and I just couldn't make it work because I was like 13 and did not understand how to paint plastic.
I mean, that's pretty ambitious. I'm sure you learned a lot.
I've always been too ambitious for my own good.
Hey, you know what? What's the old saying? Shoot for the stars, land on the moon.
True that.
Is that what y'all say in this era?
Even well before I had internet, I was an overly ambitious kid, taking on every creative project I could, and most of them ended up being unfinished disasters.
Mm-hmm. It's a good time to do that, though. Sometimes doing things and not getting to the end is worth it just for the learning experience.
Absolutely. Like
This is my
I don't
copium.
regret any of
This
the
is my
stupid
copium.
projects I don't regret any of the stupid projects I took on when I was a kid, you know? Sure, a lot of them didn't turn into anything of quote unquote value, but I still did them and they still mean something to me.
Thank you, Sparky. We got silly bots in chat today. They've been bad recently.
Do you want me to like bite them? I can go guard dog. I
Bite
can
them.
go
Bite
attack
them.
dog.
That'll show them.
Listen, I'll be the reactive attack dog if you need one.
Excellent. Excuse me, chat. I'm a little sick today. My cold has
Me as
been
well.
getting progressively worse.
It's sick boy hour.
Sick boy hour. Did I get all the screws? I feel like I missed one. I think I missed one. No? Could just be sticky.
It could be.
It's always scary pulling things apart because you're like, is it stuck because I forgot to take out a screw, or is it stuck because it's stuck?
Yeah, it has been victim to paint. I was not smart in my attempts to paint this thing.
Ugh. Pulled too many of these little picks out. Also, Cerulean said that they have the same screwdriver set. Mine actually, the cap came off. I had to like JB weld it back together, which was really interesting. I reached out to iFixit, hashtag not sponsored, and was like, hey, my thing broke. And they're like, hey, it has lifetime warranty. You can send it in, or you can fix it if you want. And I was like, okay. They know their audience so well.
That's so real, actually. That is so real.
Despite being
As someone who's a
gentle...
big fan of DIY and all that.
Oh, heck yeah. Let's see. Despite being gentle with it, my old 3DS has a broken hinge that might make some people cry. It makes it feel floaty. Oddly enough, last I checked, games still turn on fine. Well, that's good. Yeah, glad the ribbon cable didn't get mashed up, which actually that turned out to be the problem with that DS we worked on the last time, is it had a it came back to us after we had modded it. It was nothing we did, but it came back and the screen was busted. And it turns out one of the hinges had took out the cable, which...
It's usually a ribbon cable.
Yep, those little...
No, that
So-
was the issue in someone I knows.
Luckily, we don't have to deal with any of that today. We just have to get the bottom motherboard out, which is way easier to do than to get to the... We had completely disassembled the last 3DS we had on the bench. And boy, that was... I don't swear on stream, but chat will attest I almost a couple of times.
Cannot blame you for it.
I'm being so overly cautious and gentle with this. It's like, again, I don't want to just accidentally plunk it apart, break something. I can't... Is the IR blaster holding it in?
Well, yeah,
It's
I don't
gripping
remember
like
if
there's
this
a
is one of the ones where you
screw.
can keep the IR or not, because some of them you can, some of them you can't.
Yeah, this has definitely got an IR blaster here on the top. But it might just work for the accessories. Like, there's like a controller you can put these into, and it's got a little IR sensor on it, and it sends your control inputs to the to the from the controller into the 3DS.
Yeah. I just know some capture cards you can't keep the IR, some you can.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're saying with this mod, are we gonna have to cut
Yeah.
the... I don't think we do. I don't remember seeing that in the instructions anywhere. Although we are gonna have to cut a big patch out of the bottom of this, because the board fit basically because
Yeah.
there's like zero room inside this. So to fit this board in, it basically has to sit here, and it gets covered up by this. So it's not going to protrude or anything, but it just
Yeah.
this extra little bit of shell is going to have to get removed. Which I kind of hate doing, but I brought some tools for that.
It's fine.
I got me a hacksaw, chat.
Hey, yo.
And it's the return of the drill. Because we're going to have to make some holes to fit the USB port.
Listen, I'm trusting Retro. I'm trusting Retro with the life of my childhood 3DS right now.
I'm so nervous. Alright, I'm just gonna have to go for it.
Like, if anything does go awry, I already backed up everything on the SD card myself. Both pre and post hack. So I have all that archived. It was actually such a pleasure, like, opening this thing up and messing around with it, because I managed to find, buried in the files, a video on this thing from, like, 2012 of me and my childhood best friends, like, singing and dancing.
Aww.
And this is someone who I actually recently reconnected with. Someone who I had not spoken to in, like, 7 years. But randomly ran into IRL, and he still recognized me after all these years. And I got to, like, send that to him and be like, oh my god, we were children.
Look at us. We were little grubs.
It was adorable, actually. I also have, like, a bunch of pictures of us, like, screenshots of us playing Animal Crossing together and whatnot. I don't know, there's a lot of nostalgia there.
Chad, I'm
an
idiot.
I'm so sorry you're suffering right now.
Look at that, chat. I thought
missed a screw.
I missed a screw.
You missed
it
a
like
screw.
It looked like it was part of this, like it was you see how there's this black logo here and here?
Yeah.
I thought it was another little black dot logo or something. It wasn't until I started holding it closer to my face that I was like, wait, that has dimensions in the third.
It's okay. All of our vision is slowly failing. I don't have depth perception.
Oh, I've had terrible vision ever since I was a young child. I have thick glasses that I can't see without. All right, let's get to slowly opening things. Gotta disconnect all these little fun connectors. So we got this guy for the button, this guy for the other shoulder button, and now this can go away. Ta-da! I should put the battery aside. Oh yeah, what's the status of your battery? Is it a pillow yet? Ooh, it's getting pillowy. You may need a new battery. Yeah, I don't know if I can get it on camera.
Yeah, that is not something I looked into at all when doing this. To be honest, replacing a battery is probably something simple enough that I could do.
Oh yeah. It's the battery's actually here on the outside, and it's just these 4 screws here, and then it just plops in. But yeah, it's a little pillowy. This is the original battery, I have to assume.
Oh yes, yeah, that was the original.
It's probably still good for a while, but yeah, if you're gonna be streaming off it, I would definitely replace it with a new one.
Especially with how power hungry modded 3DSs are. Just saying.
Retro's ready to get rid of body parts. That's right.
You know, it's definitely not software modded as well. Now custom firmware actually eats up so much power on these things. It was insane how bad the battery life got. Yeah, my battery life was cut in half the moment I installed custom firmware. But I'm actually gonna open up my other 3DS I've got here real quick just to see what the battery on that one looks like. This is a used 3DS I bought a couple years ago. for the purpose of like being able to trade. At the time when they announced that the Pokemon or that all of the online was going to go down for Pokemon, I was in the middle of, or I decided I wanted to try and complete the decks in Pokemon. Which one? X and Y. X and Y. I wanted to complete the decks in X and Y to get the shiny charm, and ultimately I didn't realize that I needed a Poke Transporter to do that. I thought everything was handled through Pokemon Bank, so I ended up screwing myself a little bit in that regard. But
Oh no.
I got the second 3DS in that effort up until I realized, wait, I don't have a Poke Transporter, and I'm literally missing like 5 Pokemon.
Aww.
There's
Is there any way you
5
can get
whole
it with
Pokemon
like
missing.
homebrew?
Probably. Like, there's also, you know, the Pretendo network. I could probably go on there and get those last few
Yeah,
ones,
yeah.
but it's just one of those moments of like, oh wow.
Oopsie doodle.
Whoopsie. Alright, can I... Do I have anything small enough to open up the screws on this thing?
Alright, we're gonna come back to this one because I can't remember if this one pops up or goes forward. Alright, yeah, we'll come back. Let's
I
see.
need to rely on the knife blade. That might be the only thing thin enough for this.
Let's go ahead and get these guys off. I think I'm gonna get this memory card slot out of here. I learned my lesson, by the way, chat. You see I'm using my little trays.
We love to see it. We love to see character development.
Yeah, because I used to put my screws right here where these convenient little magnets are. But you know what the problem with that is?
What?
Oh, I need to get my soldering iron. Swipe. And then the screws go into the abyss. Also, I like to talk with my hands, so I'm like swapping or swooshing about.
No, that tracks. That makes sense. I'm not sure if I have something small enough to undo the screws on this on my other 3DS and see how the battery on that one's doing. Rest in peace. I want to investigate your insides.
Trying to think what you could use as a stand-in.
I'm literally working with the blade of a pocket knife right now.
Aha, that piece of tape tried to trick me into forgetting a ribbon cable. I really need to get some tweezers that are not metal, because I'm very gentle, but these metal tweezers always make me nervous when I'm, handling very thin, delicate wires.
Understandably. This feels like the kind of thing that I personally would need to like do under a microscope.
Oh, have you... Have you seen my microscope?
I don't think I have.
Oh, I gotta show off the microscope. So, we had one microscope.
Oh,
I dropped it on my foot.
no! Man down! Man down!
So we had this little guy, which this was awesome. I used it for a very long time. And you can see like how much soldering I did under it because the thing's all melted and broken. But it was, we couldn't, and yes, Galaxy Broad, I am geeking out. We couldn't broadcast at the same time as using that microscope.
Uh-huh.
So I got a new microscope.
Ayo.
This guy. She's so beautiful.
Big boy.
Oh, and it works so well, and it's got lights, and the plate's actually metal, so when I solder on it, it doesn't like get melted. Although there is a downside to that. Since it's metal, it also acts like a heatsink. If I, so I have to make sure that things aren't. I have to be cautious of that because we actually ran into a problem one stream where I couldn't solder something. I was like, "What's going on?" And then I realized, oh, giant heatsink. Yeah, we might get into the. We might get to the microscope. We might use the microscope later today. We'll see. Depends on what all we have to do to get this installed. Oh, I remember hating this part because this thing is just kind of. It's like glued on. There's like a sticky pad under here. Oh god, yeah, and it's like it like wants to pull up the RF shield that's under here. Yeah, it's.
See, I get terrified when I'm doing things like replacing a CPU, so I could never.
Oh yeah, I mean, the first time I did this, I was absolutely terrified. These things are so teeny tiny, and there's like so much that can go wrong. All right, let's see. Is this the one that moves forward or flips up? I think it flips up. No? Oh. No? Does it move forward? No? There we go. Flips up. The white part flips up. It was nice of Nintendo to use like 4 different kinds of connectors.
Yeah, thank you
Not
so
confusing at all.
I don't know anything about computers. It is just
Hey,
a
kid,
tiny computer.
Stop all the downloading. I could be a computer. You never know. Although that would be really weird if I was a computer. I don't think I'd be a good computer, chat. Chat, would you still love me if I was a computer?
I'd still love you if you were a computer.
Aww. Dig the light stalks. You already live in my computer? That's true. I do live in people's computers. Okay, I am really nervous about this little guy. Is it? Because this is the ribbon cable for the screen on the top, and I desperately do not want to damage that.
Yeah, it's a pretty vital piece of hardware right there. Okay. Ugh, I hate being sick. I hate being sick. Oh, it's so gross.
There we go. It was just jammed. Okay. So it flipped up like this, like I thought, but it just was being on rain. I didn't want to force it. Which, that's your tip of the day, chat. Don't force electronics. You're repairing stuff and doing things. Don't. Like earlier when I forgot this screw, and I was like kind of just tiptoeing around the edge and like, oh, it won't lift. I can't figure it out. And I was having that resistance, and I didn't just yank. Because if I had, I would have broke this little stud, which wouldn't have been the end of the world, but you know, I just took my time, kept my head level, and you know, didn't explode. Keep talking. No one explodes.
That's a fun game. The one time I played it.
I've played it once at a friend's house on their VR headset, and that was very silly.
I played it on stream once, and I think it's not an ideal stream game, but it's definitely a fun time.
Yeah, I would assume chat delay would make it not as interesting for chat, at least.
Like I talk a lot about streaming as performance art and like interactability. When you're having to spend a several minute period of time entirely focused on a task with minimal interactivity, it takes away a lot from the viewer experience, and you have to be able to make up for it. And that's hard to do.
Yeah. Temper Tide is like, depends on how much RAM I have. Wow. I see how it is.
Wow.
So discriminatory against low RAM machines. What if I only had 4 megabytes of RAM?
I mean, I wouldn't be able to stream off of you then, but...
Ugh, come on.
If you were a computer, would you be like a gaming laptop or like someone's hardy old PC from like 2005? What do you think? Or are you like the family living room computer? That's kind of the energy you give me, honestly. You're the trusty like family computer in the living room.
Starting to yellow. Got a CRT.
Too much malware.
Oh, I don't have malware. What?
No, because the kids keep trying to pirate Minecraft.
Why would they pirate Minecraft? It's free.
It's literally not.
Oh. It's not? Wait.
Minecraft is not free.
Oh.
Buddy.
I don't know, man. No, there was
Buddy.
yes, it used to be free because it was that creative mode used to be free. You had to pay for survival mode.
I think you're thinking of what's it called?
The who's and what's it?
I think you're thinking
Fortnite?
of Pocket Edition. It's been that way since Microsoft bought it. I paid for Minecraft back in like 2014, but okay.
I forgot a ribbon cable.
I remember playing Minecraft for the first time though. It was at the house of the same friend I was mentioning earlier that like there's a video of us on this little DS here. God, such pivotal childhood memories. I was immediately taught how to make an end portal in creative mode in a super flat world.
Oh yeah, how's your Minecraft server going? Is it still a thing?
I have not actively stepped foot on it for a while. I actually don't know what the situation is. I haven't touched it, and I don't know because there was a new Minecraft update, and I don't know if the person who's helping run it ever actually like got the server up and running on the new update. I think the thing with any kind of like Minecraft server is that people are going to lose interest quick, and due to real world things that I don't think this is the best space to speak to, I think I'm probably gonna be a little bit less active with Minecraft content for a little while. But that's how it goes.
Oh. Well, check it out, chat. We've got the little board out. Look, it's your motherboard. All right, now that we have the motherboard separated from... Mother?
Mother? I didn't know I had a mother.
Someone queue up one wing angel. Deep cut, if anyone knows. All right, now instructions. We read them. All right, so the first one, I love how the Japanese got translated to English, they called the flexible ribbon cable a flexi, Flexi, flexi. I love that.
That's
Minecraft
cool.
used to be free, but it hasn't been since Microsoft. Oh, that was Sparky. The web-based version, which no longer exists, used to be free. Ah, okay.
Ah, okay.
That was, yeah, when it was Mojang. The wiring part for the sound is bent and used, so use scissors to make a cut as shown in photo. All right, let's get out our little mod.
Terrifying.
Yeah, that I gotta cut it, and I just started.
Yeah.
Also, look at these wonderful people who put this mod together. They included a little bundle of solder. It's like the cutest thing ever.
Like I honestly am so grateful for them and their patience and understanding in everything that happened here.
Oh yeah.
Because USPS did give us some trouble, but ultimately, like, they were so kind and patient over email. I low-key left them unanswered for like a month, and when I got back to them, they were like, "Oh yeah, no, just send us the new address." And I'm like, "Thank you."
Chad, it's you versus the solder she tells you not to worry about. Is that too bad of a joke for me?
No, I love it. It's great.
It's the worst joke I think I've told on stream.
See, it's even funnier with the delay.
All right, let's see. As pictured, as shown. Okay, let's find. Okay, so it's this. Oh, I see where it oh. Oh. Oh, they even have like a little guide for you here. Okay.
Interesting.
All right, let's use. All right. I knew this was going to come in handy. All right.
Why no?
Oh, I need a new blade. I should use a brand new blade so it's nice and sharp so it gets through this without any trouble. I need to order another pack of these. Oh, that's my last blade. Oh. I definitely need to order a new pack now. Doing model kits and stuff, you go through a lot of these things.
I can imagine.
All right,
Closest thing I have recent experience with is lino printing materials. So
I need a cutting surface. Hold on.
just grab a cutting board from your kitchen. Half joke. Mostly joke.
Okay, I'm back, chat. Sorry that took so long. I had to go down to my kitchen to grab a cutting board.
I said that as a joke.
I'm just kidding. I mean, unless I prepare food on a craft cutting board.
You
don't know. Yeah, maybe I do.
I mean, you could.
Get those extra microplastics.
I wouldn't know.
Okay, let's double check the picture. Okay.
This is actually terrifying. But also, the setup you have for this is so cool.
Thank you. Well, it's cut.
It's been done.
Hopefully it is cut correctly. Fingers crossed.
I trust. I trust.
Okay. Prepare the wiring material. Okay, so we need to cut this to a 7 centimeter and a 4 centimeter wire length, and then tin both sides. Okay. That's not a wire. That's a hair. Oh, my heart stopped for a second because I was like, oh no, I lost the wire. Oh, it was still in the bag. All right, let me grab a ruler. Well, we're gonna do this by the book. It says 7 and 4. We're gonna do exactly 7 and 4.
This is all actually genuinely fascinating.
Okay, here we go. So, and thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the show. Okay, so that's going to be 7 right there. Just to make sure we've got... Oh, that's interesting. They gave us exactly 11 centimeters. Let's double check that. Oh, just a little under 11 centimeters, so...
Okay.
Let me bend it. That's 4. And that's just under 7. Okay. Snip. It fits in with my jokes. Thank you. All right, so I'm actually not going to tin the wires like they said, because they're very, very thin wires, and that's just going to be a giant pain. We will get them ready when we get closer to needing to solder them. We're going to put them right there. It'll be nice and safe.
I don't know what that means.
So what that means is, you can see the picture here, you basically just put solder on the end of the wire so that it's already got a little bit of solder on it, which helps the heat transfer and helps it, when you do add more solder, it helps it spread and evenly coat the wire and wherever you're trying to solder it to.
Got it.
So now you know.
Now I know. I'm learning.
We try to be educational here. Shh, don't tell anyone. They'll run away. To install the Flex...
absolutely not an educational stream.
Nope, definitely not. 100%. No. Very uneducational. To install the flexible, you need to disassemble the game machine, take out the main board. Okay, we did that. Overclocker mod site. That's a great site. Liquid crystals, etc. Main board. Flexi attached. Okay, did that already. It will look like this. Use the yep. Difficult to see. Yep, that's remove the SD card. It's taped down. Yep, we saw that. Adjust the board into position. Did we skip a step? Nope. All right. We're actually down to soldering now. All right, let's get the soldering iron heated up. Coating them with molten metal and flux. Very, very metal.
Yeah, whatever that means.
All right, so put the board in place. And they recommend taping it down since it's troublesome. Which actually isn't a bad idea.
I mean, the instructions did specifically state that, yeah, processing for this particular mod is hard.
Let's get some Captain tape.
In a shiny metallic solder and a dull metallic solder. I don't know.
Oh, I know. It has to do with their lead and tin content.
I don't know, computer.
It's okay. Haha! I got it correct. Yay! All right. Now I'm a little concerned that this is like... Oh, this wraps around... Oh, I see. I see what's going on here. Ah, clever.
Oh.
And we got to get these little holes lined up with the board so that we can solder them together.
Which solder do you want to bite? The shiny solder or the dull solder? Whichever one doesn't have the lead in it. Listen,
The shiny solder.
I may be a bit of a bastard, but I'm not a bastard with a death wish yet. Ongoing events outside of stream might suggest otherwise.
Okay, that's where it needs to be lined up. So we'll get a little piece of Captain tape, and I'll tape this down, and then we're gonna take a 3-minute break while the commercials run, and me and A will just yap here for a bit, and we'll be back. So if you're subscribed, you won't get the ad, and you'll just hear us yapping. But if you're not, just hang out for a little bit, and we'll pause the build here, and you'll get to see the rest when we get back. So you won't miss anything. Don't worry. Get yourselves a drink or a snack.
True.
We'll be back.
That. Make sure you're eating and feeding yourself.
Oh man, eating has been my enemy recently.
It's definitely difficult. I feel you on that. I've not been good on the eating front. Oh boy. I never did drink that hydrate, did I?
No, I don't think you ever did.
Oh. Where's my water bottle? There you are.
You had a hydrate.
See, given the fact that my water bottle was still next to my beautiful, beloved 1980s cork Korean leather boots, I don't think I drank it.
Uh-oh. Thank you for the silly count. I think I'm eating I think I'm getting strays for A being silly. but that's okay.
What can I say? I'm just a silly guy.
Oh, I need to edit my silly thing. I had some ideas.
Oh.
All of which aren't coming to me at the moment.
That is the realest thing ever.
Oh,
I need time to sit down to work on a project. Like, I'm so full of ideas until I actually sit down to work on it, and I'm like, never mind. Oh, where'd my brain go? It's
yeah,
not here anymore.
I accidentally taped the cut part down because I wasn't paying attention to where I put the tape. Let's move that tape a little higher on the flex. I'm going to call it a flexi for now, and I love that terminology. The flexi. Our friend the flexi.
Is the flexi really our friend, though? Or is it our mortal nemesis?
You know, I think that's all up for interpretation.
Fair point.
In some ways, a man is his own worst enemy.
My
All
worst
right.
enemy is capitalism.
Oh, I mean, that's like saying that not breathing is your worst enemy.
You know what? Fair point. Fair point. Little too
Chat, I don't talk about politics on stream. Ah, stop.
Sorry.
Bad hate.
Sorry, that pushed a little too far.
Bad. Oh no. Sparky says they'll allow it. All right.
Definitely tell me off if I ever push into territory without realizing it. But
oh, you're good, and I will let you know. I'm usually pretty okay with people breaking my rules while they're on stream, but there are certain things where I'm like, okay, that's a no-go.
yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, it's mostly
I'm
like
obviously not gonna start talking like modern events on your stream. I'm smart enough not to do that.
Yeah, like current events, current events, too much sexy stuff, illicit substances, and try not to swear too bad. That's all I ask. Although a certain Royce comes in here and tries to make my messages all raunchy. Messages?
He's just
Stream
like
titles.
that. He's
Yeah.
just like that.
I love this tiny little thing of solder. I mean, do I use their solder they provided? I feel bad if I didn't. But it's like, it's so tiny. It's like such a thin little thing of solder. I've never worked with solder that thin before.
I think no doxing kind of like that's kind of a given, Denka. That's kind of a given.
Oh yeah, no breaking Twitch TOS. That's
yeah,
no.
like, you know, welcome to existence as a content creator. Not that people tend to be very respectful of that, as I've found in my personal life recently.
Womp womp.
You know.
I've decided we're gonna use because these holes are very tiny, we're gonna use the microscope. Microscope time. All right, microscope vision, go. It's gonna take a while because I gotta plug in the cable. Yeah, sick boys. Sick boys.
Sick boys.
Cough, cough, sniff, sniff, cough, cough. No, but for reals, please. Now we are the smallest boys because we're now microscope sized.
Guys, Retro kidnapped me and now he reduced me to the size of an atom. Please, you need to save me. Chat, you need to save me.
There's nothing chat can do for you now, but watch.
Please, chat. Save me.
Oh my gosh, the tiniest solder. Oh, it's so tiny. It works really well for these very, very tiny little pads. I like that. I'm happy they included this. That was very kind of them.
No, like genuinely, like the folks who are producing and selling these boards, they are very sweet and helpful in understanding and private communication. They've done a good job putting together the kits. Like genuinely, 10 out of 10 experience out of the shipping issues, and that was not their fault.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry that happened on my watch. I feel responsible somehow.
It's not your fault. It's USPS's fault. And while USPS provides a very important service,
they're just under current events.
Yeah.
We all know what it is.
They made a bad policy change. What happened is that USPS made a bad policy change.
Which, I mean, okay, so to play devil's advocate for a second, I kind of get where they're coming from with that policy change, not to get into specifics. But it was still very annoying that I was told one thing and then the reality was another thing.
Mm-hmm. I don't really personally agree with the policy change they made, but, you know.
Yeah, I just hate that I just wasn't informed, you know, because it could have saved everyone a lot of headache.
It could have saved me, like, $60.
Yeah.
Not too big a deal, though.
Oh, yeah, remind me to reimburse you $60.
You don't have to do that.
I feel like I do, though.
No, it's not your fault. I have the money. Like...
I feel like my soldering iron is such overkill for this.
Content creation, I basically refuse to spend on my personal needs, and it only goes back into my content. So like,
stop it. Food. Eat it.
No.
Eat it. Illegal. No.
I recently made like the biggest purchase in my career as a content creator to date. So I'm like,
oh,
I'm doing okay. I don't need $60. I'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm glad I decided to do this under the microscope. This makes this so incredibly easy. Well, easier,
Yeah,
I should say.
This is so cool to watch, actually.
Thank you. I really enjoy doing this. I wish I had... I've been going to my local game store looking for consoles to repair, but it's all been like PlayStation 3s and Xbox like ones. Or no, Xbox 360s. And I'm like, I'm not going to repair an Xbox 360. Those things are... I mean, they're... I have an impressive setup, but I don't have a setup where I can reball a GPU. So,
so as someone who does not know this, like, how often do game stores even want to take or hold on to consoles that are meaningfully damaged?
You know, actually, that's a great question. I don't know the answer. Because like, this place is
probably talk to them and be like, hey, if you have you know, consoles that come in that have XYZ kind of defects, that's something I'd be interested in, because who knows if they're even accepting those kinds of things.
Well, I know this one, my local store here is a retro game store, so they do accept broken consoles for trade-in, and then they just sell them for like, well, they recently increased their price to like $40 for broken consoles, which I'm kind of like, eh. It used to be 25, and I was like, yeah, and I bought a bunch of broken like stuff. And I was like, man, some of these consoles like for $40 is like halfway to just buying one that works. And yeah, I can't make cool content out of one that's already working. I mean, I can, but you know, I could do mods or like, you know, I don't know, to do cool stuff. But like, I want to fix things on stream. I really enjoy doing this.
Yeah, this is cool.
Got a buddy who runs an arcade, and he also repairs stuff. And I keep trying to get him to send me his arcade boards to repair, but he's like, "No, I want to fix it." I'm like, you know, that's fair.
You know, that's very real. It's very real.
Yeah. Oh, is that all of them? Did we get them all? Oh, that one looks like it needs a little love. It said in the instructions, don't make them bulge too much because they might short to the screen. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Captain tape over all of these just to assure that they won't short out anything, like if the screen gets pressed on too hard or something. Yeah, those look good to go. Just have those 3. All right, let's oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. All right, let's go back to our instructions.
So the last 3 aren't supposed to do anything, or are they just
they're for the sound. We probably have to bend it based on this little this dash mark here. It probably
Oh, I see.
It probably bends up and over like this and connects over here somewhere. But before I do any of that, I want to check the instructions to make sure.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, so adjust, tape down. Ran out of instructions. Flip, stack over, reverse stack so I can read it correctly. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Cough, cough, sniff, cough. All right. Solder start. The amount of solda is small quantities as much as possible, so that it is flat as much as possible with a little excitement.
Delicious.
Hold on, Ken. That's very zoomed in. The amount of solda in the small quantities as much as possible, so that it is flat as much as possible with a little excitement.
Incredible.
I love it. I love Google Translate. By the way, this isn't how the people who made this mod wrote the write-up. These instructions are in Japanese only.
Yeah.
And I took it upon myself to translate them using Google Translate.
It's a tough endeavor, but listen, it's more fun than just sending it to a guy sending it to like this is no offense to Delfino Custom, because I was genuinely intending to get it done by him for a long time, but like, why do that when I could have my friend do it? Why do that when I can have a VTuber on the internet do it? You know?
Absolutely.
With
do we know what they meant by excitement? I think what they meant was, because they have in parentheses, if you raise it too much, the lower screen of the LCD panel will short and the color tone of the liquid crystal screen will be strange. With a little excitement, it probably means a little bit of heat. Probably they don't want too much heat. If Handa is not flowed into golden part, the solder will be bad. Okay. Hander to prevent the flexi from rising on the main board. All right. I think we're past that part. Okay. Please be careful not to have soldering iron. Too late. The sound part folds the flexible as shown in the photo and fixes it with cellophane tape to the solder points. Okay, I was correct. But instead of cellophane tape, we're going to use a little bit of Captain tape. Cap-on tape? I will never know how to pronounce this correctly. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna fold it over, right? We need to figure out where those solder points are. Let me check the picture again. Looks like it's near TP138 and TP147.
I see TP138.
Yep, there it is. There we go. We get a little piece of our... Oh, that's not a good place to put that. Perfect. All right. Not perfect. Lift the tape from the side so we don't rip anything by accident. Else you're just not gonna have sound in your capture.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's okay, right?
It'd be ideal to have sound. I'd like to have sound.
I mean, that's just a bonus, really. You don't need sound. All right, let's get this soldered down. Probably gonna need to get a bit handy.
I heard there's a mini solder skill testing kit for work certification. Do you want to have AE try a solder testing feature? Okay, I will be real with you guys. So I'm not someone who's an expert with computers or engineering or any of that stuff. I am downplaying my knowledge a little bit for the silly. I have used a soldering iron before. I've used a soldering iron before. I'm definitely not like qualified to use one or skilled and would not trust myself to do anything like this. I have used one before. Would I pass this test? Probably not. I'm trying to remember what I used it for.
There's a certification for soldering? What?
Oh, I remember. Okay, my old headphones before the pair that I currently use at one point like broke down.
There we go. That's a lot better.
We're not
I didn't like
functioning.
how it looked.
I started only playing audio from one ear, so I literally like ripped open the wire and soldered it back together.
Heck yeah.
That said, it only helped them work for like another week before they broke down again.
Yeah, soldering headphones back together is kind of a pain because
Yeah, but like as a streamer, you kind of need directional audio, so
yeah, remember
it held me together for my new pair came in.
Remember how I mentioned there was I hated dealing with coated copper wires? Yeah, that's what headphones use mostly to go to the speaker drivers.
I see.
And they're just a pain to deal with, and they're hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I've not been able to successfully fix a pair of headphones.
Yeah, like
just because
understandably, I don't know, like it's the kind of thing that held for an extra like week. Definitely not any kind of long-term solution. But yeah, like I've only used a soldering iron a handful of times. That was the most recent time, and that would have been like over a year ago. So, I know I used a soldering iron at other points in my life. I'm just trying to remember when those would have been. It might have been at one point when I was trying to fix my old sewing machine, but it was unsalvageable.
Oh, that's too bad. All right, we're getting there, chat. We're getting there. Like I was saying earlier, I'm just putting some Captain tape over these solder points, just out of a little maybe over caution.
I was always
probably
more
not
of a bio
necessary.
kid.
We're just, I don't know, just they've got me paranoid because they were talking about how, you know, you don't want it to get short the screen out. And I'm like, I mean, there's exposed metal on the board already. It just, I guess it might be so tight that it could
Potentially
make contact with the screen, maybe. I don't know. We're not going to take any chances. I'm going to trim this up some.
I was always more of a bio kid than any kind of engineering kid, you know?
Bio was cool.
I love biology. Talk to me about neuroscience, my beloved. Talk to me about genetics, my extra beloved. Talk to me about neurogenetics, my everything.
Please tell us about neurogenetics. What should we know?
Nothing that's gonna be relevant to your day-to-day life, I'll be so honest.
Who cares?
See, my favorite gene isn't even neuro-related. My favorite gene is PAX6, which is the master gene for eye development. Mostly because of the silly things it does in fruit flies. And also blind Mexican cavefish. They're so silly. They're so silly. Blind Mexican cavefish just kind of like stopped having a functional copy of the PAX6 gene. And like the PAX6 gene, it does not code for eye development, but it tells the body, hey, put an eye here. It is necessary, but not substantial to like produce an eye. So if it's not there, an eye will not be produced. If it is there, an eye will be produced, but only because it's pointing to the directions to develop an eye and whatnot. You can actually get like animal, how do I say? You can actually like in fruit flies force an eye to develop in a bunch of very weird body parts by just using even like a human version of PAX6 wherever you want.
That's
in the
wild.
body. So like they've grown fruit fly eyes on fruit fly legs using the human version of the PAX6 gene, and just shoving that in a fruit fly leg. Boom, eye. It's fascinating. Yeah, you can just tell the body, put an eye here. Will it be a functional eye? No, because it doesn't also have like the directions necessary to develop
all the
connections
connective
to the brain or
tissues and
anything like
things.
that. And there's actually 2 genes we found more recently that are related to eye development in the fruit fly. So there is in the fruit fly, PAX6 is specifically referred to as eyeless, because when they discovered it, it's because, oh, you mess with this gene and they don't have eyes. But there's also twin of eyeless, which is another gene that also does stuff. They're fascinating. Ooh, fun neuroscience news. Literally back in I think October. I think no, it would have been I think it was October or November of last year. They finally managed to map out the entirety of the fruit fly brain. This is a project that has been ongoing for as long as I've been aware of neuroscience. I actually know folks who have worked on this project to try to document and map out the entirety of the fruit fly brain. Like, I have personal connections to people who worked on this.
That's so
and I
cool.
missed the news because I was busy being homeless.
Oh, no.
So I did not find out until months later live on stream, and chat got to see my live reaction to finding out that the fruit fly brain had been finally solved.
Hey, bud, congrats on you know, doing that awesome science. Sorry I didn't call you sooner. I was homeless. Like, what a conversation that would have been.
Nah, there were one or two people I had to mess, and I was like, "Hey, you worked on this project back in like 2016, didn't you?" Yeah, being homeless is very time-consuming. This is true. We learn anything from the brain map? We learn like any effort that goes to understanding the brains of any organisms is massive effort indeed. I know folks who have been also partaking in efforts to try and like map out human neurons as well. Like this is all test runs to be able to understand much more complex systems eventually. And there are a lot of conversations to be had about the usefulness and ethics of all of this, but I think it is just fascinating to have a improved understanding of neurodevelopment, of how the different areas of the brain communicate, how this exists on like an evolutionary front. There's so much to gain. Do I necessarily? Well, I'm not going to say that actually, but it's something that it just fascinates me endlessly.
That's so cool. Learn more about the brain. Make brain better.
I don't think it's even necessarily about making brain better. It's just I want to understand it. Like there's a lot of complicated territory you get into when you want to start modifying things or measuring the correctness of a brain or trying to fix brains. I just want to understand them. I just want to know how they tick.
Fair. I mean, when you understand brain better, it's easier to develop medical treatments for actual diseases, though.
Yeah, true. It like there. I won't get into the whole like ethical conversation around that because there are a lot of concerns. But yeah, true. Absolutely, and there's a lot of work being done to like find better treatments for things like Parkinson's disease, and we love to see that. Always got to be careful with that territory, but absolutely.
Oh, golly gee willikers. Horse apples.
Horse apples.
I hate this part. Getting all these flexies back in place as the instructions deem them.
He said horse apples. How could you?
I know, my potty mouth, chat. I'm so sorry. Reassemble
Okay, have
Game Boy
you
Hard.
seen Epithet Erased?
Mm-mm.
I feel like you'd enjoy it. I feel like you'd enjoy it. And there's a scene this just reminded me of. A scene wherein one character says a minor swear, and like the rest of the cast goes, "My God, she swore," and she goes, "Yeah, my innocence is already being tainted by bad guy proximity." I don't know. It's not as funny without the context, but I'm just like, I am being a poor influence on poor retro here.
Yeah, I made a raunchy joke and everything.
I'm going to make your streamer worse, chat. What are you gonna do about it?
No! No! Don't make me worse. I'm already bad enough. Okay, this part is really fidgety, and I'm trying to remember.
I'm going to make your streamer worse.
Is that above or below? I think it's supposed to be above.
I'm going to contaminate Retro by getting him to play a game from the 2010s.
I mean, I did play. I did play. Tears of the Kingdom the other day.
You know what? That's fair. Fair point. It's too late. It's too late for him.
I've already lost. I mean, I have played video games from where I'm from, the year 2221. So, Tears of the Kingdom is still like, ancient for me. What's that?
What are games like in that far off year,
huh? Well, we outlawed microtransactions.
You know what? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Definitely an improvement.
But see, the problem is, we don't really understand video games, and that's why I'm here. We literally developed time travel to go back in time and figure out how video games work. Because I come from a future where video game preservation never happened, and video games became a lost art.
I see.
Am I doing this right?
As someone who cares a lot about the archive of digital media, we are of the same ilk here. Literally, the reason why my username on platforms is Archivist is because when the death of Flash was looming, I got really angsty about it because of Homestuck. And I tried to make a little video game called The Archivist, and now I'm here.
Wow, that's so cool.
That's literally the backstory. I got really angsty about the death of Flash.
I have a self-contained archive of Homestuck that you can play. That has
the unofficial Homestuck collection.
I don't know. Maybe. I just have it on a NAS share somewhere.
It's probably the unofficial Homestuck collection. I distantly know the person who created it. Not as in we were ever buddies, just in oh yeah, I know this person in passing. But archival of digital media is such an important art. It's such an important work.
I love Nintendo, but I hate Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo really hates digital archival. I'd argue there's a lot of other, major companies that are also really bad, but Nintendo's a particularly in recent
one that has a mouse as their logo. All right, I gotta stop and think about this. Aw, U.S. Department of Gay Affairs. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Also, I didn't realize I had shocky eyes.
Your license may have expired.
My license is expired. Oh no! Need to send in a renewal. Oh, that reminds me. I had the funniest comment on one of my YouTube videos the other day. Someone was like, guy picked the gayest cartoon possible to represent them, and I'm like, thank you.
I don't know if I've ever actually asked, or if it's something you talk about, so no obligation to answer. Are you LGBT? I have no clue.
I don't talk about that on stream.
That's fair. Complete respect. I was just I'm realizing I have no clue.
As it shall be.
You know what? That is literally your choice whether you care to be open about that, in complete respect.
I think that goes there. These little. So what's holding us up is this little. There's this little slider piece, right, chat? And it goes on this little guy here. Oops, it went flying. So it moves this tiny little guy back and forth.
I like how the scuff model is here, but just dysfunctional.
Ah! Oh, did the camera... Oh, the camera turned off. Oh. Camera? Hello? Camera? Why you no worky? Hold on.
camera do just break sometimes.
Camera, no worky. Oh, weird.
It is so sad that the scuff models decided to forsaken us.
Yeah, it broke. Yeah, it unbroke.
Oh, we did it! Yay, it's been fixed. He can move now.
Yay! Click, 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 click.
Yay! Click, 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 click.
Where was I? Oh yeah. This little gizmo and this little guy. They torment me so. Let's get this stuff all lined up. The scuff model like staring down for a bit.
That's the thing. This happens to me all the time during art streams too. Whenever you're like actually focused on an activity, the model's like, nope, nope, I don't have tracking.
Yeah, no tracking, no tracking.
It's very
Oh,
silly.
tracking? No, no, no tracking.
No tracking. We're not allowed to track.
I'll try to look up every once in a while and dance for the camera. I love that the model dances. Like, it's so bouncy.
Mm-hmm. That's good rigging and good physics for you.
Yay, thank you, Prince Aaron.
Aaron is a sweetheart.
They are.
Good night, U.S. Department of Gay Affairs.
Good night. Thanks for stopping in.
You take care of yourself, all right? Good on you for getting sleep. Good on you for sleeping.
Yeah, do what we don't do. Sleep enough.
Listen, I know I'm a hypocrite. How much sleep have I gotten this week? Let me check. I'm gonna check. I have an app for this.
Oh, let's check my sleep.
No, I do have a Fitbit that I use primarily to track like my heart rate because some of my medications really mess with my heart rate and it can actually like get in the way of my functioning. So knowing if my heart is going absurdly fast is kind of important. But it also tracks sleep, which is nice. How much sleep have I gotten this week? That is going to be a total of 14 hours.
Ooh, for the week?
It is Thursday.
Oh dear. All right, let's see. All right, so Sunday and Monday I got 8 hours of sleep. Tuesday I got 6. Yesterday I got 5, and today I got 5. It's just going downhill.
Sunday I didn't. Sunday I just didn't. Monday I got 8 hours and 2 minutes. Tuesday I got 1 hour and 17 minutes. Yesterday I got 5 hours and 5 minutes. And today,
about that. You should sleep more, my dude.
I did, however, get 13,000 steps in today.
My guy. My dude. Stop it. Bad.
No.
Bad Archivist.
No.
Bad.
I can
We
tell
don't
you,
sleep
I
enough, and I
average,
think that's why we're sick.
I do average 8 to 10k steps a day, so that's pretty cool. I do average a lot of steps per day.
All right, let's do this.
I don't think that's why I've gotten sick like 5 times this year, though. I think there's other explanations.
Is it the VTuber curse?
No, it's my obligations outside of content.
Oh. I just like
It's
to
the
blame the
particular
VTuber curse.
responsibilities I carry.
This dumb, silly thing.
I'm messing around in the Fitbit app because I do this sometimes. And why did my heart rate spike to 136 at like 1 in the morning?
Nightmare?
Hello? I was still streaming.
Oh. That's concerning.
Oh wait, no, that was 150. That would have been after I ended stream. Why did I? What happened? I vote we put A in a cryo chamber and he'll naturally go to hibernation mode like a frog. Don't you dare. I need to be productive. I have a video essay I need to finish this month.
Not if you're in cryo.
I have a video essay. It's about gender. I want to finish my video essay about gender. I'm surprised my nap earlier has not gotten caught by the Fitbit app, actually.
I've noticed in the new interface you have to like scroll down to like other sleep. There's like a section.
I'm still seeing it here. Who knows?
I'm staring blankly at this because I'm trying to remember which screws go where. So these guys, 2 long ones. We have... I'm pretty sure these go here. I hate that they're all different size screws. We're just gonna lightly put these in, because one thing you never want to do is if a screw's too long, it can bust through the other side. So you always just, when you're not sure, just gently screw it down. And if you feel any resistance, like it's bottoming out, don't crank it down. You can be productive in hibernation by going into your mind palace and mapping all of your projects.
I don't think I can, actually. I need to produce them physically. I don't think that's how that works. affectionately.
Wish it did. That would be nice.
It would be, if only.
If only. I think I missed a step. When do I solder those wires in place? Remember those 2 wires? When do those get attached?
Oh yeah. When do those get attached?
Page 16, apparently, on this busted side. Okay, hold on. 6.
One second, I'm so sorry. I'm realizing I have been wearing a chest binder for way too many hours and I need to take this off. Be right back.
Okie dokie. Also, I figured out I skipped a step by accident. Ooh. At least we didn't get too far before I realized my oopsie. This always happens. I always do that. I always like every project we've ever done on stream, I always skip a step and have to end up taking things back apart. So hot in here. Excuse me. Oh, I got this in just so. Any screws I screwed in? Just those 4. Plus this guy.
Alright, apologies for that. You're not supposed to wear a chest binder for more than like 8 hours or else it can damage your ribs. Thumbs up.
Oh no.
I had been wearing one for like 12 hours.
Oh no.
We're fine. We fixed it. It has been fixed. It has been resolved. Sometimes I simply forget.
So I forgot about these wires, and now I
Uh-huh.
had to take everything back apart.
Oh no.
Yeah, it happens. I was just telling chat, this literally happens every single stream we do one of these things. Also, did the camera stop working again? Ugh.
The camera really said you're not allowed to be scuffed today.
Is it back? Oh, it's not. Oh, are you kidding me? Did it just short out again? What in the world is going on? I
It's
wonder
such
if
a
this...
weird issue to have. Oh, hi, machine. Hello, Squabbled. Hi. Hope everyone's doing well.
Hello!
Bark, bark, bite, bite.
Alright, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to switch back to regular retro. Where button?
It is
There button.
okay. We forgive you.
Yeah, I wonder if the USB extension cable I'm using to bring everything over here just... Maybe it's like there's too much power draw?
It could be. It could just be balancing too many devices. There it is. The Shadow ROM again.
No, I
Quickest
can't
of the
switch. Oh, there we go.
NASA.
Nope. Ah, what? Stop it. Go back. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, chat. Okay, so we skipped a step. We need to roll back and do that step. So actually, we probably need to bring the our good friend the microscope back out. Microscope, gonna use a microscope. This is my microscope song. Come here, Cable.
This is the microscope song.
I sing it when I gotta look at tiny little things.
Under a microscope.
Doopy doopy doo. Alright, so we need to solder a wire here, the long wire here, and the short wire here. So let's do that.
Okay.
Where's our little bundle of cute little solder they gave us? There it is. Maybe I should look into getting some really thin solder for doing these kind of jobs.
It might not be a terrible idea. Like the thin solder seems to be particularly like useful for these small things.
Let's get that ready. And we're gonna tin the tip of this like we were instructed to earlier. There we go. All right. Jiggly hands. What the? Oh, my soldering iron's like being uncooperative there. Oh yeah, it's not. Why is that spot not heating up very well? Huh.
This is a good question.
There we go. That's much better. Nah, it's not super better though. Oh no, we got a commercial break coming up soon.
Oh no! Anything but ads.
No, capitalism,
I
it's
wonder
come
if
for
this
us.
is why they told you to coat the wire earlier.
I mean, I did coat the wire just now before
Okay,
I stuck it on.
Yeah. Alright. I don't know how technology works. I would love to go back to the Jurassic era sometimes. I just want to be a creature in the woods, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes I desire to simply animal, and that's alright. We are allowed this.
I concur. All right. I'm gonna get the big solder out. Probably just didn't have enough. Actually, you know what? That's probably my problem. I'm silly. I didn't add the white goo. White goo is key. White goo is called flux, and it helps solder flow. Yeah, that's... Oh, yeah, there we go. I'm still not super happy with that joint. I don't know how I can make it better, though. This... I don't like this wire. Again, dealing with coated wires. I hate coated wires. Alright, let's see if we can get this one. Oh, I need to tin my tip of my soldering iron. It's not good when your soldering iron looks golden. That means it's getting covered in oxygen.
That's less than ideal, I would assume.
Yes. So supposedly this coating will just come off when you apply heat and solder. But I don't know if I believe it.
I hate sick boy hours.
I'm sorry. Sick boys, we have no choice.
I want to stop being ill.
Agreed.
Yeah, we need to find a way to like eradicate the concept of illness from VTubers.
Heck yeah.
I should not be forced to take breaks by like my body shutting down on me, chat. It shouldn't be allowed. My body should not be allowed to fail me. Just from VTubers, I think some of you do need to be forced to rest on occasion. But not me.
Yeah, just everyone but Archivist.
Y'all deserve rest. I don't. I need to be on the grind 24/7. Have you considered? Isn't your body shutting down to the universe telling you to sleep? No.
Maybe.
No.
Clean that later. All right, chat. We're gonna take a 3-minute chat break because the ad is upon us, and we will continue the struggle in a few minutes. Actually, I'm gonna play with this wire while we're in the ad break. There we go. Nailed it. Actually, that looks way better.
Oh, nice! It has been done.
All right.
Completed.
Oh, we probably need to get the other end coated too. Look at that wire. Taunting us with its uncoatedness. Or with its coatedness.
Ad is upon us.
Ad.
Ad. Suffer. No.
Or Bezos.
He requires money.
He requires our blood sacrifice. Oh, or money. Yeah, that's it. Money.
Yeah, last I checked, I'm not sacrificing my blood. I hope not. That's kind of valuable. A lot of places I'd rather that go in.
Mostly inside the body where it's needed most.
Yeah, I do kind of still need my own blood, actually. Like, hot take, I am not in a position in my life where I can lose a whole lot of my blood.
Yeah, I mean, pretty important keeping the blood. Number one goal each day: keep blood in body.
I'd say it's like a solid number 3 or 4 goal, not necessarily number 1, but
Squabbled apparently thinks that blood is for the weak.
Well, good luck to you when I start eating yours.
Wait, new lore drop? He's actually a vampire?
Listen, this is only like 1 step off from me biting people, okay? I'm just adding like another layer to the equation.
All right, chat will be returning from the ad break here very shortly.
Incredible.
Three, 2, 1. Yay, ad is done.
Welcome back from Ab, Chab.
You're just in time for white goo. White goo.
Good
white
for
goo.
you, Retro.
White goo.
Good for you.
What? It's a vital, important piece of the process.
What is this?
The flux of doom. I don't know if it's doomy flux, but I mean it definitely is flux.
What is flux?
Flux.
I'm so confused.
Flux is a. How to explain it? It's a set of chemicals that is an anti-oxidator.
Okay.
It basically prevents oxidation from occurring, and so by removing the oxygen from the environment between what you're trying to solder and the pieces of things together, it lets the solder just go to where there's the most heat, because without the oxygen it makes heat transfer more even.
That is fascinating.
Yeah, it's something humans have known about for a very long time.
Humans are so smart.
Yeah, I think, what was it, back in the ye old blacksmithing days, I think they used boric acid or something equivalent to it when they were making weapons and blades for farming implements and things, axe heads.
It's genuinely really cool.
I genuinely misplaced that little roll of solder that they gave me.
Oh no.
Yeah, a little baby solder roll went somewhere. We must find it, chat. Let me look under the microscope.
That's like your son. That's like the adoptive son that they entrusted you with.
I know.
You can't you can't lose your new adopted son.
I'm such a terrible father. Alright, seriously, where did I put it? Ah! Chat, help. Help. It's not under there, okay.
Part of a balanced diet for a gamer? Is that why I'm so bad at video games? Because I'm not eating enough solder, because there's not enough solder in my diet. Is
I mean,
that
maybe.
it?
I do eat a lot of solder by accident.
I see, I see. That's why you're such a god tier gamer.
Yep, and why I'm dumb as a rock.
I see. Gaming skills and intelligence are mutually exclusive, understood.
Yeah, it's like when you're in the character select screen and like you raise one stat and the other one goes down. It's like you raise gaming skill and intelligence goes down.
It. Understood.
Okay, I'm actually kind of I'm forgetting a little. Where did I put that little roll of solder? I mean, I have plenty of solder, but I don't have a little thing of solder. That was so cool. I was enjoying using it.
Yeah.
You may just have to move on without it. And
Aw.
find it later on.
Our little friend, though.
No. Sad face.
The little friend that we started along this journey with.
Are they the Boromir of this adventure?
What does that mean?
Oh, have you watched or read Lord of the Rings?
Not in a very long time.
Boromir's the dude who gets killed by orcs in the first movie.
I see. Okay. My memory of it's very foggy. I have not engaged with it since I was like 15.
I
Probably
love
younger,
Lord of the
actually.
Rings.
I read The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings when I was like 13. Actually, wait, no, that would have been. How old was? There's no way I was reading that stuff at like 11. What? Brain? Hello?
Maybe.
Was I?
Could be. I mean, The Hobbit is a kid's story. Could have been The Hobbit
True.
you read.
I might have.
All right, it's disappeared forever. It's fell into the void. The house spirits have claimed
This
it.
is so sad.
Just looking around the floor just in case it. No. Oh well, we'll have to make do. With giant solder, just be very gentle. Like, compared to what we were using, like, look how big this thing is. I see why they.
Well, the mini solder was
Boop.
only a relief in the midst of it all.
Boop. Alright. It'll show up. We'll find it. It's just taking a little break. It was hiding from the commercials.
Yeah, he got very, very scared by the concept of advertising, and I can't blame him for that one.
Life did not prepare him for advertising. Okay. Now, let's see. I need to solder the small wire to TP5. So let's find test point number 5. There it is. Pachow.
Good job. So intimidatingly small.
Beep boop. Beep boop. Okay. And we'll use a little bit of goo. Okay, that's too much goo. It's way too much goo.
It's so much goo.
That's everywhere, chat. Alright, at the risk of burning my fingers, let's hold this down with my hand. Alright, wow, that was easy. Alright, and this long wire can't waste any of the precious flux. Not in this economy. I mean, actually, yeah, not in this economy. Flux is not
That's
cheap.
expensive.
I mean, it's not expensive, but it's also like... Actually, no, it's pretty dirt cheap. Actually, it's pretty sillily cheap. I think I got this whole big tube of it for like a couple bucks.
I see. To be fair, you can't waste anything in this economy, but you know.
All right, we need capacitor C20, capacitor 20. Where are you, C20? Or am I looking at C207?
I know what a capacitor is.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, capacitors are great.
Capacitors are cool.
All right, let me see if it... Where's number 7, page 17? I knew this was going to happen. I knew I was going to get all the pages mixed up at some point. All right, let's see, 17. Nope, 17 is just install flex cables. 16 is the... Let's see, 15 maybe? Return the board. That's not... I should have just printed this whole thing from start. Like, I should just start over when I printed these instructions. Ah, my disorganization coming back to haunt me. Okay, yes, that is capacitor number 8. Okay, I found a better picture. All right. So we need to solder this to capacitor number 8, which is this one right here. All right, we got a little excess wire, and that's okay. Just add a little extra solder on the end of that capacitor. Okay, I said a little bit. I said a little bit, not... That's too much, too much, too much.
That's a lot.
We can always take it. We can always take solder off. That's not a big deal. There we go. That's a good amount. Definitely see why the little solder was a valuable asset.
So it's going to C8 and not the C207?
Yes.
Interesting.
Oh, you know what? Let's get some goo in there. All right, that's a good, solid connection. I'm happy with that. All right. Let's put the microscope away. Microscope away. All right.
It has been done.
All right, so I want to put a little bit of tape over those just again because I don't want anything to have any possibility of shorting out. This tape is the best stuff. Now this stuff is expensive. Captain tape, Kapton. It's like fire, like it's really heat resistant, and it's also non-conductive. So it's really perfect for these kind of things, but it's dumb expensive. I think this small roll here cost me like $20. I don't remember. Maybe I paid less than that. I forget. I've actually had it for a long time because I don't use a ton of it. I try to keep it, use it sparingly.
Yeah, understandably.
It's like Captain with an Kapton. Oh, Kapton. That's how you say it. Kapton.
Interesting.
Thank you. Kapton. All right, so that should cover up. Now that's already exposed metal with it, so we don't need to cover that one up. But we got all those. Okay, now we're ready to put stuff back together. Again. Oh, before I do that, I should tin my tip so that it doesn't get oxidized and all messed up. So yeah, you always want to cover your soldering iron tip with fresh solder before you put it away, so that way it doesn't get oxidized and get ruined.
Interesting. That's cool.
Yep, your soldering tips will last much longer if you do that. I mean, they are like a thing that gets used up over time, but they will last much longer if you keep them happy.
I suppose it's the case with all things of this nature. It's just a matter of taking as best care of them as we can.
Back to the games preservation conversation. That's basically the thing with a lot of like games. I mean, all this hardware and stuff's gonna go bad eventually, but
yeah,
the nicer we can treat it and the longer we can keep it running, the better. No one wins against entropy, but sure make a good, go for a high score. Oh, I'm starting to lose, starting to run out of energy here. Stupid illness, making me tired and...
I feel you. For me, it's honestly partially this, the sleep deprivation. I'm sorry that anytime we've done something, I've been sleep deprived, by the way. It's not intentional, but...
I mean, you act like I'm not sleep deprived half the time.
Fair point.
I think you can't be a VTuber without being sleep deprived part of the time. I think it's a requirement of the job.
I mean, the thing with being a VTuber is usually we're essentially working two jobs a lot of the time, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That ain't easy.
Oak?
Oh, sorry. I'm also, while I am sitting here with you, working a little bit on the next animatic.
Ooh. Ogre battle?
Nah, just og as in pained noise.
Aw. For real. Come to twitch.tv to see two sick VTubers, like, yap their gums.
Try to figure out how 3DSs work.
Yeah, for real.
These things confuse and frighten me.
I am easily confused and frightened, so... Putting these little ribbon cables and things back in place, so... Next phase is going to be modding the case to make the mod board fit. After I get everything.
Yeah, I think the main thing they said was difficult about this was the case processing. That you needed to physically modify the case to make it fit.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Nintendo never really intended for you to do this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to iFixit's breakdown of this guy because I want to make sure I put the screws in the right places. Because I'm so paranoid I'm gonna put a screw in the wrong size screw in the wrong place.
Completely fair. Probably a smart idea.
Oh wow.
Oh.
They have a very detailed guide. Okay.
Hello, Lord Placid. I can't read. What do you think is the best place to buy games for 3DS? Probably your local used game store.
Yeah, I would say your local game store. Definitely. Although, honestly, I've had some really good luck on eBay.
That's definitely also a good option, but I'm a support local businesses type, you know?
Oh yeah, same.
It might end up costing you a little bit more, and you might have a harder time finding what you want, but support your local businesses.
I'm a little mad at my local game store. They recently increased all their prices by a whole lot.
Which is a shame.
Yeah, made a lot of them. But the thing is, there's also a counterbalance to that where they... Oh, actually. I thought something was weird. That screw doesn't go there. That screw goes here. Is it this screw? goes there.
Honestly, I need to do more investigating into the local like used game stores around here. I just lack so much in free time. In an average week, I'm looking at about like 30 hours of free time, and that's the time I got for like cooking, cleaning, all of my off-stream content creation. That's why this animatic isn't done yet, because I have 30 hours of free time a week.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I wish you had more free time.
So, I mean, me too. I just like I wish I had the chance to go check out a lot more of those local places because I've heard there are some good ones around here. I just have not had an opportunity. Though, throwback to the time when back in September when I was first escaping the homelessness saga, or at least first when the homelessness saga still first started. But I was on a friend's couch and whatnot. We go visit the used game store right by her, and I come across a copy of Barbie Horse Adventures Blue Ribbon Race for the Game Boy Advance. I
Oh
do
my
not own a
gosh.
Game Boy Advance, but I do now own a copy of Barbie Horse Adventures Blue Ribbon Race for the Game Boy Advance.
Excellent.
I got it for $3.
Nice. Oh, hey, Lord Placidius says that they're 2 days away from getting a job. Congrats.
Hey, congrats!
Yeah, I hope it goes well.
All the best to you. I hope it
Okay,
enables you to live your dreams.
And buy retro video games.
Real.
Oh, now we get to do the fun plugging in tiny little cables and hoping they go all the way in. Didn't say that again. Oh, yeah, I'm running out of juice. I'm so sorry, chat. I hate being so, like, focused. I'm like,
It happens.
I'm just like, locked in. Gotta get this done.
No, we're both a little out of it, which unfortunately did happen sometimes. Chat will forgive us.
I mean, if chat will still love
Right,
me if I'm
chat?
a computer.
Chat, you'd still love Retro if he was a computer.
Oh God, I forgot about this part. Oh no.
Oh?
Look at this. Look at this nightmare. So there's one ribbon cable, right? And it looks like there's one ribbon cable here. Nope, kidding, it's two.
Oh no.
There's 3 in that one little corner. I forgot about that.
No.
Oh, and there's...
Oh, good luck.
And I forget how it goes together. Oh, I remember. Oh, I remember. Chat, I remember. I forgot, but now I remember.
He remember, chat, he remember.
Guess who's gonna have to disassemble everything again?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. That cable goes on the other side of the board.
Oh.
Oh, this exact same thing happened with the last 3DS I worked on. I always forget these little tiny silly things.
Hey, it happens to the best of us.
Alright, let's get... Good thing I noticed that before I got a bunch of these all back in place. Yeah, I don't know what they charge for their installation of the mod, but it's not enough. These are so fiddly.
I think it was something like $350, and it's worth noting that the capture card itself cost me about $160. So for the
You know what? That
But
makes
he's
sense.
probably buying them in bulk as well. So he's probably buying like a bunch of them at once. So he's not even to worry about the paying the roughly $60 shipping every single time. But so he's paying probably like about $100 per board, and then charging about $350 to install them, so making $250 per install.
Yeah, that's about right, I think.
That
All right.
that sounds like a fair price, I would say.
All right. Yep, there it is.
Especially once you put the expertise around it.
Chat, I'm such a silly Billy. I am.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
I am a silly boy.
The Billy may be silly, but the Billy has done well.
Oh.
Also, I just got money in my bank account.
Money.
That is $308 in my bank account. Ayo.
You know, I learned a funny word the other day.
Yes? What is word?
The word for money in Russian is dinge.
Ooh.
Like, isn't that a silly word? Dinge.
That is a silly word. Very.
I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly. It's probably not exactly dinge, but it's close enough, and I find it to be funny and silly.
I think it is. I also think it is funny and silly. And also very indicative of the level tired that we are.
Dinge.
Chat, would you still love me if I was a dingue?
If you were the embodiment of capitalism?
I don't. You know what? You know what? They probably wouldn't. That's fair. Understandable. Have a nice day. Can't blame them for that one.
Sorry. Kind of shattered it there. Shattered your dreams.
Nah. I wouldn't love me if I was like the embodiment of capitalism either.
We're moving forward. Step by step. Inch by inch.
We're so
silly
close.
decision. My silly decision.
We're so close.
So incredibly close. Alright, let's make sure all the cables are up and out of the way.
Yeah, Retro does enjoy doing a lot of modification and repairs on retro consoles.
Yay!
Which I would argue 3DS is not retro yet, but it's still modifying a cool, funky handheld console. You know.
It's not?
I don't think it's retro yet. I'm gonna be real. I don't think 3DS is retro yet.
Okay.
I'm starting to see the argument for the DS proper. The 3DS was released in 2011. You can't do this to me. It's only been 14 years.
Only 14. Well then,
It's only been
it's
14
basically brand new.
It's only been 14 years.
I mean, who needs a
14
Switch
years
2
is
when
not
you
that
got a
long.
DS? Or a 3DS?
I know, right? Listen, the 3DS is just superior anyway.
Did we talk about the Switch 2?
I think we might have vaguely touched on.
It's too expensive, and Nintendo making it so that the cartridges don't actually have the games on them is so
It's
infuriating.
And also indicative. Yeah, it's disgusting and indicative of a lot of the shifts we've been seeing in the modern gaming industry in ways that really concern me. I don't feel good about the future of the gaming industry in general right now.
Yeah. Me neither.
like I'm still tempted to get a Switch 2 because I don't have a proper Switch. I only have a Lite. I cannot stream Switch games or anything from like Nintendo Switch Online as is.
Right.
I'm honestly not sure if it's worth it. Initially, I was very set on it. It was my plan. At this point, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. We talked about how it was a part of your livelihood, and so it's kind of hard to say no.
It's a difficult choice on my part. Because like my options are buy a used Switch, and then potentially if something shifts and there is something that I need to be able to play that's on the Switch 2, I have to buy a Switch 2 anyway. Or just going ahead and shelling out for a Switch 2, which is going to be miserable and suck, but...
Yeah, I'm definitely considering getting an OLED Switch.
Uh-huh. I can't imagine the prices dropping by more than like $50 on the secondhand market.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna start seeing like OLEDs going for $200 or anything like that.
Oh, you don't think so?
I don't think so.
Boo. 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 Sadness. Boo. Is this a hobby of yours? Oh, that's what you were answering earlier. Yeah.
Retro is an enjoyer of
Aw, what Placidius.
Oh, thank you for the follow. It's my buddy
Yeah.
Retro Heat.
Hee ha ha ha, funny man, go burr.
He is a funny man, really.
So tired.
So tired.
Yeah, my hands are shaking a little bit. Oh, I need to like we didn't take a 15-minute break to go get a snack. I think that's my problem. I should have went and got something to eat.
Do that whenever the next ad break hits.
Yeah, next ad break we're gonna have to call it for the night.
Completely fair. Completely fair.
Okay, let's see.
It's been a tiring day all around. So true, Trillian. How are you doing? Welcome on in.
Okay. All right. Oh. All right, let's start getting these other little wires connected.
Nope, I'm always ready to cause mischief and entertain Twitch chat. Just waiting for Retro to slip up. Asterisk wink asterisk.
Aw, why would Scuff be sad? Scuff's not sad.
Tired running in 4.5 hours of sleep, double the caffeine I've had in years. Is Trillian, hang in there. Oh.
Okay, we need microscope. 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 Better than a macroscope. I cannot get this ribbon cable to go in. So we'll go microscope. Let's see if that can help us. Get that up.
I changed the background music to Baby Shark during his serious gaming session. Twitch chat loved it. Retro, not so much.
Baby Shark is banned in chat.
Oh, did someone try to pull something?
No. that song is just banned.
You know, understandable, understandable.
Oh. Success.
Success, it has been done.
Alright, you know what? Let's just use the microscope to do all of these, because that actually went way easier when I used the microscope.
This tracks, this makes sense.
Turns out being able to see what you're doing makes this easier.
Who would have thunk?
I know, right? Shocker of shocks. Huh. Back in there, little. Okay, where's
Oh,
the
you
next one?
can see like the bits of black paint along the edges of the case where
Oh,
it like seeps through the cracks.
yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, your headphone
Oh,
jack's seen better days.
oh, absolutely. This thing's a broken scuffed mess. I'm surprised it still works. After the DIY efforts I made on this thing, I'm surprised it functions.
Nah, it's in good shape.
When acrylic paint didn't work well, I decided I was going to like... Well, okay, I acrylic painted it, I Mod Podged it, and then I realized that was a terrible idea. Because Mod Podge does not do good for like waterproofing. And the layer of Mod Podge was also so thick that it was basically just like slopping off. It was bad.
Oh no.
Because I didn't understand how to paint plastic.
I mean, acrylic paint's not a bad instinct. I mean, acrylic paint's used in a lot of plastic model
true, yeah.
painting and stuff.
And I was using what I had, but it wasn't working. I think the scariest point with ribbon connectors is like, how do you know if they're far enough seated, you know?
Exactly. You understand my trouble.
I do understand your trouble. Because, like, well, I've never done something on the level of what you're doing. I've messed around with enough tech that I'm like, yeah. I, you know, last year had to learn how to basically build a PC because my motherboard died, and the motherboard was 10 years old.
A little bit of broken plastic.
Oh no. Hopefully that's not important.
Nah, that's fine. It was just like right on the lip here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we gotta get this in there. Oh, Excuse me.
If you want to dig my DS in the shoebox and go to bed, do it. Go mess with your old DS.
Heck yeah, I
You
encourage
know, like
this.
my 10-year-old motherboard died, and no, like any decent replacement motherboard I bought was not going to be compatible with my also 10 years old at the time CPU and RAM. So I ended up just having to buy a new motherboard, RAM, CPU. The only thing in my PC that stayed the same was one of the drives and the GPU, and even the GPU has since been replaced. So I had to basically learn how to build a PC, and this is what it felt like. This is what trying to put that PC together felt like for me.
Oh, it's like, I feel like Sisyphus.
This particular piece is so stubborn. Crying, sobbing, throwing up.
Oh my god. Oh, we got it. Oh,
You did it! Screaming, crying, throwing up.
That's me.
These are so fascinating, actually, just on like a technological level.
Oh, the little ribbon cables? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, can I just... Makes me sad.
Only game I have for my DS is Legend of Zelda. Which one? Aren't there multiple for the DS?
Yes. And there's a couple remakes, I think, too.
Do y'all got a cold? Yes, we're both very sick right now.
Sick boy squad.
It's sick boy hours. We're having sick boy hours. We both presumed we'd be better by now. Unfortunately, we are being punished for our hubris.
Hubris.
Oh?
A hubris artist.
Oh!
So close.
There's so many of them.
Yeah, I know, right? It was so easy to take them all off. Oh, that one was just
Ocarina of
mercifully...
Time, I barely played it. I have no clue what DS Ocarina of Time is like.
Wow, yeah, I didn't even know there was a Ocarina of Time on DS. That's kind of neat.
I'd have to look into that, because I'm gonna be honest, hot take, I didn't like Ocarina of Time.
That's all right. You're allowed to have opinions.
I didn't like it. I didn't fuck with it. Apologies.
You don't have to
I
apologize.
I
Oh, we got a
Pongo
raid.
Bongo Hello, welcome on in.
Hi, Derpa TV. Thank you for the raid. I'm Retro VT, and I'm modding a DS. We're adding a capture card mod, and we're both sick and very tired.
Yep. We're
So
both sick and exhausted.
please forgive us for our because there's going to be a lot of that.
This is my childhood 3DS that we are modifying, my beloved. They're not sick of raids.
Yep. Raids. Oh, always welcome. Excuse
my
me.
brain was mushed before stream, now it really is. Oh, that's so real.
Oh. Yeah,
It's
go take care of yourself.
Incredibly real. Yeah, do what you gotta do. Self-care is vital. Can't make good content if you're not taking care of yourself.
Says the two sick boys in the sick boy squad.
If you consider that I'm mulling you. I had to pull out my 3D printer to work on it, and I'm so tired. Oh my god. I wonder what's a rougher repair, trying to do a 3D printer or trying to repair something like this.
This.
Probably this. No offense. It is in fact a Nintendo 3DS. Unauthorized, probably against terms of service modification of a 3DS.
Oh, absolutely. Nintendo's gonna send their like ninjas after me at some point.
I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't already. For both of us.
You know, I actually went to the Nintendo store. Did you see that picture I posted on Discord of me at the Nintendo store?
I don't think I did.
I'll have to send it to you later.
Did they recognize you for your crimes?
I was in disguise.
I see. They haven't caught you yet.
I went to their headquarters to taunt them. Actually, I don't think their store in New York is their headquarters, but close enough, right?
Close enough. I can't believe you got out in one piece.
Boop. Okay. Now we can... Well, I don't think actually I could do that. Hold on. Yeah, I still gotta install this. Here. Get that. Mercifully, that is just a plugin.
Nintendo Police just gives me mental images of SWAT dressed in Mario outfits. See that's it's just gonna be the same people like you see running around a Super Nintendo World in Epic Universe. For those who are not in the loop, Universal, the theme park company, has opened up a new theme park, Epic Universe. It literally just opened to the public a few days ago, and I went there twice during the rehearsals because I know a guy. But it's gonna be like the staff from there running around. It's just gonna be the staff from Epic Universe. That's the Nintendo Police.
Nintendo Police are just big bouncers.
They all run around in like Toad-esque outfits. It's great.
Oh no, the brake.
Oh, ad break illegal.
Ad break, go away, come again another day. Want me to snooze it? We'll eat the ad break here, and I know I said we were gonna end after the ad break, but I think we're gonna. Something doesn't look right to me about this.
Yeah, this feels off.
This feels.
Do the instructions have anything to say about this part?
Let's see. Did that. That. Install flex cable parts and screw that fix the 3DS board back to the original. Make sure that the volume switch and wireless switches of game console are properly embedded into the grooves as part in the slide normally. Before installing the slide, do the installation of the SD card, because SD card connector mounting position is covered by the flexible. Okay. But is this?
So that gray box over there is the SD card thing. Interesting. Probably the area where you can get that away.
Yep. Processing the top of the housing. Since the USB connector hits part of the upper part of the housing, cut that part.
Interesting.
I've solved it.
Ah, we understand now.
Yes, yes. Okay, this makes a lot more sense. I was very concerned. Okay, so this is gonna go here, so we need to get our hobby knife back out. Make a nice cut here. Should actually just be able to grab that. All right, chat. Because it's very late and I'm very tired, we're gonna keep going, even though I normally stop during the ad break. I can't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. In the zone. On the grind.
Yeah, we gotta get this finished so I can go to bed. Yeah, I'll deal with the VODs and everything tomorrow. I'm out of steam, out of power, out of time. Oh, you're good.
Sorry.
For what? I'm having fun.
Oh. My animal noise gets so much more animal when I'm sick. Jesus.
I was gonna ask, like, was that a real cat?
I just get even more animal when I'm ill.
Okay, there we go. Eh. Let's use our tools. Let's not turn into a monkey.
Not yet, anyway.
And sometimes I just like
Ah, 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 ah.
Okay. All right. That fits per the picture. All right. Cut, separate. Uh-huh. Oh. That's a big jump from that to, hey, we're going to cut a big hole in the case.
Sounds about right, though.
All right, so here's our...
I like how I get
Others.
an ad for Skippy peanut butter when I have a jar of Jif peanut butter chilling on my desk right next to me.
Teehee.
Like, I'm sorry, Skippy, you can't get me. How dare you, jar of Jif peanut butter, fall out of my hand? You know what? Maybe I am going to switch sides to Skippy, huh? Maybe I do need to switch sides to Skippy.
Show him who's boss. Boss.
If you're not gonna treat me with respect, jar of Jif peanut butter.
All right. Have to cut things. Many things. All right, this is gonna need to be also altered, so hold on. Oh, now we switch to this side. Okay, so need to cut that like that. Chop, chop, chop. Be chopping. Be chopping. You're making irreversible changes. No big deal. No big deal.
Ad break complete. We've hit the scary part of the stream chat.
Yeah, the case modding.
Yeah, this is the scary part of the stream where we have to modify the case.
You missed Retro trying to dance like a chicken to entertain Twitch chat. It was a sight to behold. Let's just say that.
Need a smaller.
So the case modding is permanent. Oh, sorry.
No, I actually did get that. Bring that saw here to help me with this part, but it's not. It's just too much. It's too big.
Yeah, like, because we're adding a hardware modification that requires the ability to connect to external devices, it requires, like, creating a new port in the back of the case, and also, because there is just fundamentally not enough room in the case, you have to cut open parts of the case to make room for this modification. And that's scary because it's permanent, because you can't undo that once you do it. You fuck up the case modding, well shit, you might have just fucked up your 3DS.
Yep.
Ultimately, like, I think it'd be hard to fuck it up beyond repair, but it could definitely happen, and you could definitely impact at least the aesthetics and survivability of your device. I think it'd be difficult to break it beyond its ability to function normally, but a lot could go wrong here.
Yeah. All right. So we need to cut straight down from here. And then all the way across to part halfway down this. And part of that out. And then around this post here. Oh boy.
Point of no return.
Yeah.
What if you could 3D print a pre-modded case? You might be able to, actually. I wonder.
I'm sure you could. You 110% could. You just need to get like a DS mod or DS like file or a 3D scan.
I'd be surprised if there wasn't already existing out there like some 3D prints for making custom cases. Just like whatever color you want or something like that.
Yeah. And then you could take that model and then modify it to accommodate this mod.
So yeah, it's theoretically something you probably could do. When I get this back, I actually want to look into like ways I can mess with the externals of my DS a bit more, and like I'm not going to start replacing actual parts, but you know, ways to paint it like I tried to when I was younger. That will look better and be more sustainable. I think that'd be a fun project. I'm also planning on so a thing you can do with that custom firmware on a 3DS, which this is definitely not running, but you know, is you can have custom themes in the backgrounds. I don't know if you ever turn it on with the SD card in, but my custom theme right now is Spider-Punk. I want to make one for myself. I want to make my own custom theme.
Nibble, 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 nibble.
Nibble, 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 nibble. Yeah, I'm vaguely familiar with 3D printing technology.
I need to get back into 3D printing. I've actually got an Ender 5 in my garage, but I just have nowhere to use it because my garage is full of boxes, like the box from my Ender 5.
I don't own a 3D printer myself, but I technically have access to one. Cough break. I technically have access to one. Let me fact check that. I don't know if it's free or it probably costs some amount of money to use, but
Well, that's a piece of plastic I'll never find. This is definitely not the best tool for doing this.
so I It would take me a bit of time, but I can get free access to a 3D printer in my general area. I will not further explain this, but I have thought about doing this. I was just verifying, but I've thought about using it for like cosplay stuff in the past.
3D printers are so nice for cosplay.
At one point, I got really attached to Jason Todd and was like, I should do a Red Hood cosplay, and I was like, 3D printing would be very useful for that one. Maybe someday. I very much did fall out of the cosplay scene though, back like when COVID happened.
Yeah, COVID was really hard on cosplay.
I was super active into it beforehand, but then I just haven't had the ability or motivation to get back into it since. But no, 3D printing is definitely very cool stuff.
Where did that knife go? Oh, there it is. Don't want to accidentally skewer myself.
Yeah, definitely ideal not to.
We're so close. We're so close. We're so close, so close, so close. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh?
I cut into your cereal sticker.
That's fine.
I mean, I'm gonna cut into it more. I just was like hoping it would be a little higher up so it wouldn't get damaged, but
I'll be honest, at this point, this many years later, what is the use of the serial number?
Oh, I don't know. I think they're cool. Like, I like
That's
serial
fair.
numbers on things. If I can try to preserve them, I do, but...
Interesting. You know what? Fair.
I even
Fair
paid someone to... on Etsy, people make, like, replacement... Here, let me show you something. Oh, this one doesn't have it. Well, so this is a custom Game Boy I did. I was gonna say you get these replacement serial number stickers, but I noticed I don't have one on this one, so never mind.
Oh.
Oh, actually, I have one on this. The Gundam Game Boy Advance. This is a fake serial number sticker.
That's cool. That is actually pretty
It's also
cool.
like glowy rainbow.
Yeah, holographic.
Oh, thanks. Derpa TV. Also, thanks for hanging out after your raid. I appreciate that. Thank you for bringing your community over. It's very kind. We're so close. We're so close. This plastic is very soft, which is both good and kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Because it's very malleable, so it's kind of hard to... Like, it more rips than cuts.
Yeah, I'm noticing that. We're so close, though. Chat, I'm gonna be able to play Pokemon Ranger.
Yay!
I'm gonna be able to stream Pokemon Ranger. There's a lot of games that I really want to stream that I've been putting off specifically because they're DS or 3DS games that like rely meaningfully on touch controls. And you just can't do that with emulation.
Yeah.
Pokemon Ranger was a Pokemon spin-off series focusing on the concept of Pokemon Rangers, which were basically like, they're basically the equivalent of like National Park Rangers in the Pokemon universe.
Neato.
You know. I could make less flattering comparisons with them, but I'm gonna choose to stick with National Park Rangers.
NCR
People who
Rangers
are
from
like,
Fallout New Vegas.
Like, so some of the fun stuff with them is like you play in the games. Oh, there's some weird stuff disrupted. Like okay, Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Omnia. One of the big like early missions is there is a forest fire, and you need to calm down the rampaging Pokemon and figure out the source of the forest fire and put it out. And ultimately, it doesn't end up being a natural event. Ultimately, there are other forces involved that are causing this to happen. But
Oh no, other forces.
it is very much like one of those it feels like, you know, you are that equivalent of a national park ranger in the Pokemon universe, trying to help out trainers and Pokemon dealing with natural disasters and things like that.
Oh.
Like, I really want to play the Pokemon Ranger games eventually.
All right, I gotta do something. It's been bothering me this whole time, and I need to fix it. When I pulled the tape off that holds this together, it like pulled this little shield up, and it's like keeps pressing the SD card up, and it's like so annoying. It doesn't look like I can get it to go down any further. Darn it. Have no fear. I don't like this. Hold on. Sniff, sniff, cough, cough.
Sniff, sniff, cough, cough.
Sniff, sniff, cough, cough. Aw, thank you for the hydrate and the stretch.
Oh.
I will take care of those here in just a second. Yep. Yeah. Oh. Hydrate. Oh, that was good hydrate. Needed that. Thank you. Oh, I feel revitalized. Some cough. Cough, cough. Okay. Aw. Thank you for the follow, Derpa TV. I hope you're having a good evening, and thank you for coming by once again. All right, let's do this. We do love to see it.
Good night, good night, good night.
Oh, have a good night. Thanks for coming in. Best part about having hands, you can do stuff like this and this.
I love having hands.
Hands. I has them. Okay, so tape that down. Help us line this up. Oh, we're so close. Let's see. Be very careful. I'm scoring a little line here. Once I get this chunk out, I can use my files here to kind of make a nice clean hole for the USB to stick out. A little bit more grippy. Oh, Wireball. Why would you do that? Oh my god. I'm awake.
Hi, Lycan. Oh, we sure are here.
Oh, hi. Hi, lycanthropic.
Oh, I'm so tired. Alright.
Almost there. You can do it.
We're so close. We're so close. No, you're okay. You're okay, Lycan. I just barely like both Retro and I are sick and have barely slept. Like I don't think I'm streaming tomorrow night. I'm gonna be so real with you.
Oh,
I'm very likely canceling tomorrow night's stream if I feel as bad tomorrow as I do today.
that's probably wise. Honestly.
We'll see what happens. Do not push yourself, but I'm so sorry, but also I want to. See, it probably didn't help. No, I'm kind of glad I pushed myself on Wednesday, because that means that I feel more justified in taking a break tomorrow, but that's a me thing. That's a me thing.
Alright. I just need to do a little nubbins for the... Okay. I've run out of words.
Ah,
Tokens.
me too.
I feel like an AI that ran out of tokens. Just gonna start hallucinating things.
Real. I do that all the time.
Alright, got some tissue paper to cut it. Got plastic dust everywhere.
Throw
Oh, this
back
is
to
getting-
how after my affiliate anniversary, because I had consumed a bunch of energy drinks and then alcohol, I thought I was fine. I was not fine. I'd never done that before. Chat, don't do that. But
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually
don't do
did
that.
start hallucinating. I actually did start hallucinating because of
Oh
it.
no. Don't do that to yourself.
Yeah, I learned my lesson. Listen, I'm young. I need to make stupid mistakes and then realize that they are in fact stupid mistakes, you know?
True.
I need
Facts.
time to be dumb. I actually think there's a lot of value, and I've been finding a lot of value in just having the ability to make dumb choices in ways that will not have like long-term consequences, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Absolutely.
and there's comfort in that, you know. Doing things like getting like drinking and loitering in a park for a couple hours with friends, having those opportunities is really nice.
Yeah.
You get to make stupid choices and you don't end up in jail.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. All
Oh.
this to say, chat, if you're gonna make dumb choices, make those dumb choices responsibly. And invite me. Is that a train?
Oh, sorry, I'm back. I had to step away to blow my nose real quick.
You are all good.
We are... Case is not quite... To, like, cut away a little bit more to make it fit right.
Yeah, it seems like it's not sitting right, unfortunately.
Before anyone comes at me, I know I'm using the files wrong, but it's just soft plastic, so I don't care.
Allow the occasional shortcut.
You're only supposed to push a file one way. It like can mess it up if you don't. But this is super soft plastic, so I don't think I am concerned with it, the file getting damaged.
Like we're cutting a hole in the case of a 3DS. Nothing that's happening right now is supposed to be happening. I'm like we are currently in violation of like Nintendo's policies.
Rebels.
Rebels with the cause, and the cause is game media preservation.
Media. You gotta preserve it. Alright, I need to clean this off. Hold on. I need to go find a can of air. Hold on one second. Found one. Get all that dust off. Alright, I just need to make opening for the USB port a little bigger. Oh, that's gonna... I think that's gonna work. I just gotta get the rest of it to fit.
I wonder what it is that's not fitting.
This right here. This little lip or the with a pen stylus. All right, now that all should go back together. But before we put it all back together, we need to... put these guys back in. Make sure they fit. All right. We got an extra screw left over. Because, you know, we destroyed like a
Normally that'd
screw
be a bad
post over
thing.
there. Normally. Oh, come on. Captain Tape is not helping me here anymore. It gave up the ghost. It was like, I'm done. I'm done.
He gave it, it tried its hardest.
Do I need to modify that at all? I don't think it said I did.
I don't think so.
Okay. So, you just have to connect this guy. Come on. Come on. We need our shoulder buttons. There we go. Then this shoulder button. There we go. It's like, where did my captain take? Captain?
Captain.
Captain.
Coopton.
Pooped?
Like, I don't know, Koopa.
Ooh, Koopa Troopa?
Koopa Troopa.
That's not helpful at all. Okay. No! What's the door? Oh, that's
Oh?
so almost.
Oh,
The USB port is
missing?
not quite big enough. I gotta make it
Okay.
bigger.
Hmm.
You're sounding rough there. You gonna make it?
I'm gonna try. I do have to leave my sweet dear archive in like exactly 8 hours. But you know, I'll push through. Or mostly just like, wow, I have done 0 animatic frames this whole time because I've just been enamored, not enamored, but just like captured watching. So I have not done any animatic frames.
I'm
You're
so
making the mistake
sorry.
I made yesterday. Shut up, King Trillion. I didn't get any sleep last night, so how about that? Ha 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 ha.
I don't know if you should brag about that.
Well, I'm gonna brag about it anyway.
Grump, 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 grump. Archivist has become grumbled.
I'm gonna open up Audacity. Oh wait, I already have a file open. Why am I opening up Audacity? I already have the MP or the .wave file open. Excuse me.
You know, I think I'm missing something. You know what? I am missing something. We're gonna disconnect the shoulder buttons again. So I think... Yeah. I need part of this to hold in the card slot thingy. Or else that door's just gonna keep falling out. And that'll be no good. You need that.
Yeah, that'd be less of a deal.
It's like, why does this thing keep falling out? Oh. Oh, I'm made of dumb and silly. That's why it keeps falling out.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, now
We didn't
there's
have
something to
an
hold the
extra
door on.
screw. We didn't have an extra screw to begin with. Whoops.
Yeah. Whoops. Retro's just a silly Billy. He's a silly with a Billy with a dream of being really. I don't know. I lost it. My
You're
brain.
doing great, buddy.
My brain just aborted. Like halfway through. It's like, no, I'm putting it into this. We're done. No more of this silliness. Oh, shoulder button. Be cooperative. It's always the shoulder buttons. Man, more power to the people who are doing this like all the time.
All right, like Jesus Christ.
Whew. Are you kidding me? We're just inches away. Not inches, centimeters. Millimeters? Hey, Trackdash.
Retro claims he got sick from eating too much ice cream. As for AE, let's just say the new dance moves didn't go as planned. Asterisk chuckles asterisk.
What is my bear talking about?
We
He's
are
as-
ill.
He is as delusional as we are.
What is he diluting?
Oh, so he said that I got sick from eating too much ice cream, and you got sick from doing some new dance move.
If that's what you want to call revolutionary activities, then sure.
No.
No, you take care of Dragon Dash. Oh? You okay?
I'm very much not okay.
What happened?
That happened.
Oh. Oh no.
Ah, the ribbon cable for the shoulder button broke off.
Oh no.
Yep. I'm gonna have to get you a replacement.
No, you don't. It's not.
All right, let's see if the rest of if it fits together now. Oh, we're so close to getting the rest of it to fit together. Oh yeah, we are right. We are right on the edge. Just need a tiny bit more shaved off the side here, and it's gonna go together. But yeah, as far as this the shoulder button goes, dang, that stinks. That stinks so much. Ugh. Let's. I'll have to order a replacement shoulder button. That won't be too bad. They're pretty easy to come by, I think. Ah,
Oh,
all right. I'm so sorry.
it's not your fault. We are tired and sick, and these things happen. It's okay.
Let's at least make the final case mod. Oh, thank you, Sparky. Yeah, sorry, we have a family-friendly language policy here. I apologize for the inconvenience, but yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. I was caught off guard the first time too.
Yeah, I'm a little weirdo who doesn't like
Oh,
cursing.
that's okay.
Okay, there's something still catching right there.
I wonder what it is.
I think it's just a bunch of stuff still in here that needs to be. So we're like right on the edge here. We can't cut this way anymore. It's- Yeah, there's like a little gap that just I can't seem to get to close.
I
think when
wonder
this-
what it is.
Yeah, there's just like I bet if I took some sandpaper to this inner edge here, I could clean it up. All right. Well, Chad, I'm gonna call it there. I'm seriously out of energy. It's past midnight. I gotta go to bed. I'll wrap this up off stream, but we're like 99.99999% there.
It is so close.
I'm gonna clean this case up a bit so that it's a nice clean fit. Order a replacement right trigger button. And then when that comes in, I'll throw that in and throw the case together, and Bob's your uncle. Modded 3DS.
Bark, bark, bite, bite, bark,
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 bite,
bark.
bite. But also, like, you are not obligated to cover that. Like,
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I broke it. I will fix it.
You're also
It's what we
literally
do.
doing this for free. You're also literally doing this for free.
I mean, that's the thing. Oh, we almost hit a 4th ad break. All right. We need to raid out of here. Yeah, lycanthropic, we both need to go to bed. You are absolutely 110%
Differently.
correct.
I'm going to put a few spoonfuls of peanut butter in my mouth and go to bed immediately after this.
Yeah, I'm gonna rip my gloves off and my time suit here and just fall into the. I might not even make it in my bed. I just fall on the couch next to my soldering station. Oh. All right, we need to raid somebody. Oh, we need a raid message. Oh, thanks for staying live long enough for me to get home. Aw. Welcome, Tempered. Oh,
Just like in like the little asterisk that people use for like RP message mods your 3DS.
drink
I don't know
soup,
if that's
don't
all-
be sick. Oh, that's a good raid message. Thank you, Sparky.
That might work. That might work.
Yeah, floor time.
You have anyone in mind? 'Cause I have quite a few folks on, but
Let's see. Let's see. Anyone? Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, throw someone out. Let's
All right. Folks, I have up on my end of things. There's my good pal Stella Cosmister playing Elden Ring Night Rain. I have my pal Zumi VT playing Elden Ring Night Rain. I have. Those are the two people who immediately stick out.
What was the first one? Spell it.
Stella Cosmister, STELLAKOSMISTR. She is a good friend of mine.
STYELLA?
No, STELLA. I can just.
What was the Stella? What was the second part? Ah,
in
thank you.
chat. Yes, that is the smarter thing to do.
There they are. All right,
That
everyone.
is my
Thank you so much for
friend.
coming. That was a lot of fun. We almost made it to the end, but
We almost
you know,
did it.
it's fine. It's fine. We're good.
It's fine.
Thanks, chat.
We
Yeah,
can
thanks,
go,
chat.
we
Bye.
can both go to sleep.
Have a good night. Bye.
Good night.